Today's episode of Lions of Liberty contains a little bit of adult language and a whole lot of fun. So hide the kids, grab yourself a drink, and enjoy the show. Can't you just hear Tom Wood saying, when you're an Austrian scholar, they'll let you do anything?
Welcome to the Lions of Liberty podcast. Here is your host, your guide, your shining beacon of liberty, Marc Clair.
Welcome, my Liberty Lions, to another edition of Lions of Liberty, your home, as always, for great and sometimes fun conversations about the ideas of liberty. And I'm pretty sure today's is going to lean towards the fun side. In today's episode, the 265th episode of this program, which means that you can find today's show notes featuring links to all sorts of stuff over at lionsofliberty.com/265. And we're going to have a great one here today because I've gathered a few of my Lions of Liberty co-founders here on Thanksgiving Eve to, look back at the year in liberty and maybe discuss some things that we give thanks for. So first, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Lions of Liberty co-founder, the host of the weekly Felony Friday, my man from Pittsburgh, PA, John Odermatt.
What's up, you crazy cat?
What's going on?
See what I did there? Crazy cat, crazy lion.
I did see what you did there. You kept the whole feline theme going. I like that.
There you go. Yeah. That's my new thing. I might start calling everyone crazy cats.
Animal plus adjective, I'm in. I don't need to hear anything else.
I think that'll work.
That's our next podcast, animal plus adjective. Well, what's going on there, Odie? Are you feeling thankful at all for liberty here in this 2016, or are you feeling, I don't know, what's the opposite of thankful? Not unthankful?
I'm definitely thankful. I'm thankful for having a liberty view of the world where I can take in this whole catastrophe of an election and look at it through a liberty lens. So I'm glad I'm not tied up in one of the two sides of the duopoly. So I'm
liberty lens
for my sanity, I guess.
That's going to be our liberty themed glasses company that we start up soon. So please, nobody steal that idea. We need the money. So
you'll be happy to know I'm not drinking a fruity drink tonight either.
What are you drinking over there? I have to admit that I'm not drinking because I have a weird schedule. Even when I'm trying to have a Thanksgiving Eve podcast, I still have to head off to work pretty much right after this. So that's my life.
Shame. That's a shame.
I'm drinking this crushing capitalistic. If the dollar wasn't being inflated so quickly, I might not have to hustle so much for the dough. But
it's true. It's true. Those crazy bastards at the Federal Reserve. They never sleep. But I'm drinking a Southern Tier IPA.
Southern Tier IPA.
It's delicious.
Right.
Delicious. It's
less fruity than your last several drinks. So.
Yes, it's very, very hoppy. Very hoppy.
Very hoppy. All right. And I'm also going to bring in my other Lions of Liberty co-founder here. He is most recently known as the regular host of Mr. Johnson's Liberty Hood, which just aired its final segment recently since the Johnson campaign is no more. But there's more to come ahead from this guy. He is Mr. Brian McWilliams.
Hey, everybody. Great to be back on the program.
He doesn't normally sound like that, folks, but he likes to experiment with new voices almost every time.
I'm auditioning constantly for voiceover work, none of which has ever come through.
You got that Lions of Liberty gig. Hey.
And that's really paying the bills. It's keeping me in the best meth I can find on my street corner.
Hey, it's better than nothing,
That's a fact.
How about you? Are you feeling in the Thanksgiving-y liberty mood in this after reeling from this election here?
In a way, you know what? I hate to say it, but I'm most thankful for
Gary Johnson?
The tears. No, definitely not. No, the tears of all of the liberals who look down upon everybody else in the world this election.
Who's that? Who is that?
We brought beer and bukkake. Who wants to chat?
Oh, my Lord. It's happening again, guys. It is happening again. It's our friends from the Johnny Rocket LaunchPad.
The Johnny Rocket LaunchPad. And now, here's Johnny. Johnny Rocket here at the Johnny Rocket LaunchPad, always launching ideas in your direction. America's only rock and roll libertarian radio show. Here are my co-hosts, Mr. Curt Nelson. Yes, sir. The voice of reason, the beautiful Heather Nixon.
Hello, how are you?
And we're here at the Lions of Liberty. Yeah!
It's a lot of energy. Wow.
Bam! What are you guys doing?
I've had 6 coffees today, so that's my excuse for the energy.
Yeah, right on, man.
Doing all right.
So we showed up at the party. I got the
I totally
invite
forgot
in
we
the mail.
invited you guys. When did we do that? Last year?
It's because
We did it last year, too.
I think it was right at the end of the Bukkake show last year.
I thought that was one of those like vain gestures, like, oh yeah, come back next year. I didn't know you were just going to show the heck up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you were hoping we forgot, right?
Oh, man.
It's a little, I mean, I would have bought more booze is all.
Gesture.
Oh, wait a minute. This was for last year.
Johnny, come on,
Sorry,
man.
guys. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, we brought some beer. Do you mind if we hang out with you for a bit?
Well, you said the magic words, Kurt. You brought some beer, so you're good to say as far as I'm concerned.
We brought a 12-pack of
Until it
Stella
runs out.
Artois.
Delicious.
All right, it's
And
gonna
I brought
be a short show, but okay.
I brought a green bean casserole.
Yeah,
And the onions look great on
See,
that. I see
now-
you did the Trader Joe style.
I remember
Beautiful.
requesting that last year, so I'm glad. And as you know, John Odermatt here, he had a child in the last year, so he's officially a domesticated man now. So I've got him in the kitchen cooking away for us this year. Since Heather was so
Basting
so nice
away.
to cook last
Basting
year.
away.
Well, the
So we
basting's
had
the key.
Heather cook last year, so John's doing it this time.
Basting that turkey.
got
Right on. Right on. So what are you guys happy that Trump won, or are you more happy that Hillary lost?
Yeah, I wouldn't phrase it. Yeah, I would phrase it more the second way. I'm definitely happy that Hillary Clinton is not president. I can't say that the reason she's not is going to be a good thing. I mean, that's a tenuous situation.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
agreed there. Yeah, it's more just Hillary was such a horrible option, and just all of the rhetoric coming from all of the Democrats that I'm friends with and that I see online. Yeah, we live in LA, so we're surrounded by them. This is a liberal playground and a fantasy land. Just, I'm glad that she didn't win. Even if Trump's the president, I have to say it's a little bit nice to see a nice smack on the ass, a little bit of come up and saw those people that talk down on everybody for so long.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
And I need to put out there, because last year on our Thanksgiving bukkake, I predicted that Hillary was going to be the president, and I admit I was wrong. I did not see this coming.
I wasn't going to bring that up, Heather.
Oh, and,
See,
and
you set yourself
who did
on
Johnny
fire on
Adams
that one.
predict? I remember this one. Who did Johnny Adams predict?
I don't know.
Ted Cruz? Was it Ted Cruz?
It was
was.
Ted Cruz.
It was.
Yeah,
I
it was.
did.
Was it Ted Cruz? Really?
And it was like at a time, though. It was like it was getting close. It was between
Excuses,
Donald Trump
excuses.
and Ted Cruz. And it was. It was like, honestly, I think Ted Cruz would have been better than Trump.
Were Odie and I already calling Trump at that time?
I think so.
We were close. I don't know if we
so.
officially put our confidence in it, but I think we were leaning that way.
I thought it was Mark, but I might be wrong. Somebody said that they thought I was right, but I can't remember. I thought it was Mark.
Heather, I would
Sounds like
never
something
say that,
Brian would
first of
say.
all.
I don't know. It might have been big.
We'll have to break it out.
It's so long ago now. I'm just shedding a tear because it's been over a year that we've been doing this exact same thing, talking about the candidates. Thank God it's over.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a tradition.
I am especially thankful because I am no longer working for the Johnson campaign, so I can now speak my
Guys,
mind.
she was actually working
Ooh,
with
she's
Derek
been
Johnson.
She's been set free.
She
That's right.
has.
Except for the contract, I did get a letter from the lawyer saying that the terms are still under perpetuity. So I still can't say certain things. I'm not supposed to say anything bad about anybody involved in the campaign, but fuck
Well, that's
'em.
no fun.
So does that mean you can't say anything bad about Gary Johnson forever in perpetuity?
I'm going to have to look it up. Somebody said it was 2 years, but I
It's
did
like
have a lawyer
very
say that they were,
anti-libertarian contract.
yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
That ain't right.
Well,
that was Weld.
No, it was actually it was Ron Nelson.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we're going to have to edit that out now because...
No, because I have a lawyer who said she'll defend me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're going to fight for Heather's right to talk shit.
Yes.
Well, see, the thing is, man, she was holding her tongue every time we talked about Gary Johnson. I'm like, I would bash him, and then Heather would just be like, no comment until the campaign. So our last two shows, she finally had the opportunity to come out and say, hey, fuck Gary Johnson, basically.
No, I actually said fuck Bill Weld.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Yay.
I just feel bad for
Happy
Gary.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
My apologies
he's
to the
kinda
Weld
like
family.
Yeah, he's like Gary's like a Forrest Gump, you know. I just feel bad for him.
Forrest Trump.
How has nobody made that satire film yet?
No, he's the first up, and nothing good happens to him the entire time. He just runs and runs. Well, he does do it. He's climbing mountains and doing all that shit. He's doing it. He's living the Forrest Gump lifestyle, but he's not meeting anybody of note and doing anything that's good.
Now,
He can go back to smoking weed again, though, now.
What do you mean go back to?
He never stops. Gary Johnson has been smoking. He's like, well, I haven't smoked weed in
It was like 6 weeks.
months.
It's always been 6 weeks.
It's been 6 weeks, the entire campaign. God. So I don't know who he's fooling. But you know what? I think if the Libertarian Party had elected or had nominated Rand Paul, I think the Libertarian Party would have won.
Well,
He's a
How
Republican.
would that happen? That's not even an option. It's nice to have little fantasy.
It's like fantasy football, like fantasy politics.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, if you drafted Rand Paul as a libertarian in fantasy politics, you'd fucking lose. So
He wouldn't see the field.
Well, that's one of the questions I was wondering, though, is if you think there's any chance Rand Paul now, seeing what he's seen, will be like, well, Jesus, I could easily get the Libertarian nomination if I wanted it, even if I don't get the Republican now, slam dunk.
absolutely not, because he's a Republican.
Do it.
He's a Republican senator. He's not
And he would
leaving
have
the
won this year.
GOP.
He would have won this year. I guarantee it. Would have won
Yes,
walking
I'm with you
away.
on that.
Feels
I
good.
don't think he would have won.
You mean the presidency or the nomination?
I'm talking presidency.
No, he
I talked,
wouldn't.
even
Come on,
Democrats would have voted for Rand Paul.
Oh, just
over-
stop. No, Democrats would have voted for Hillary Clinton if it meant slicing their own wrists and
Telling
drinking
you,
their
man,
own blood.
I would have to agree with that.
Have told me they would vote for Rand.
They
in this
lied
election
to you.
because Clinton is awful. Even to them, she's awful. But they had to force it down their gullets.
Yeah, but the
Well, they
liberals
lost
would have
Bernie
to
Sanders.
deal with all that freedom that Rand was talking about. They hate that.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
I don't know. Playing fantasy politics, then I think Rand has an opportunity next election, 2020. I think he could do good. And even if he ran as a Republican, I think he's going to generate a lot of support, much more than the
The
Libertarian.
only way that would ever happen is if they decide to primary Donald Trump, and that would only happen if, it's possible he could be such a disaster that he's polling at like 10% and the GOP turns on him. But if the GOP turns on him, they're pushing a neocon. They're not pushing Rand Paul, because it'll be a revenge of the neocons, and Evan McMullen and all the other neocons will Bill Kristol will all be gathering and just chomping at the bit to take him down. But then they're not going to be looking to Rand Paul as their savior for Trump. So I'm color me skeptical. As much as I love the fantasy
But you know what?
booking.
Trump's also the oldest president that's been elected, right? Isn't he? Because
he might die.
Yeah, he may die in office. He's 70 years old.
He's also like the healthiest president ever, though, supposedly. He's never had a drink, never had a drug. I don't know. I think he's going to be fine.
Well, that means the stress will kill him. You need both of those things to survive.
That's what
Obama's
Brian.
Bill
That's what
Welltown.
grabbing the pussy's for. Hey, I'm just quoting the man.
I'm just telling you, Obama has drank so much vodka, it's actually bleached his hair. That's why it's going white. Every president. That's how it happens.
No, don't you think? What do you think they would put someone like Paul Ryan out there?
Ooh, that would be good establishment.
I could
right
see it.
there.
I can't see them primarying Trump, even if he's at 10%.
It would.
it's just
it would be unprecedented.
Unless he quits because he can't take it.
Yeah,
That I could see.
that might happen. He might
Or I
quit.
could say I'm saying like, I had my term. I had one term. I just wanted to do this, and I've set the country on a different path, and now I'm going to go back and do my thing.
Do you think Gary Johnson lost, though, because he's so athletic and fat people are offended by him?
Yes.
Is this rocket fire yet? I need more than 30 seconds to answer
wearing
that.
the muumuus every time. She's like,
That's
I'm
right.
one of
She
you.
wanted to fit in, goddammit.
Can we talk for a minute about those horrible outfits, by the way? What the hell were they? People were comparing to the Kim Jong-un outfits and all this other stuff, but I'm beyond confused by them. To me, it's just like she was kind of like basically Kool-Aid Man half the time.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
She pulled your Kool-Aid Man outfit, burst on the stage, and then expected to win, and I don't know. I just don't get it.
She was just trying to cover up her fat ass, and there was no other way to do it.
I guess it was all the one color every time. Though. It was literally a monotone outfit.
Like she had the gray one on.
Burlap.
That was the one they used in all those Photoshop memes. Is her next to Kim Jong-un.
Right.
Her in that damn fucking muumuu gray,
Potato sack.
Yeah, potato sack. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like burlap.
Exactly. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, wear a dress. Wear a fucking dress. What's wrong with that? Well, I want to be a president.
I don't really want to see
wear
her in a dress
fucking
either, though. So maybe it was fine.
Maybe
Well, you know what? Well, here's a good question. Here's a question for Heather, as the only female inanimate person on this podcast. Do you think there's any relevance when people say that Hillary Clinton, should she have been a man, would have won over Trump in this election?
That's really hard because Hillary is only where she's at because of who she was married to. I really, truly believe that. I would say maybe if she hadn't tied her aspirations aspirations and career goals to a man, maybe she would have done better in her career. But instead, she tied herself and hung on to Bill's coattails. But I actually think that people would have gone harder on her.
Hey now.
With
Whoa now.
This is a bukkake.
This was a family show. Just kidding.
Right. I think that a lot of people gave her a pass on some of the things she was accused of because she is a woman.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Good
Yeah,
answer.
I agree. Good answer. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of people on Facebook, which is of course the social platform to air all grievances about anything, saying that sexism played a part. But I tend to agree that I think maybe people were saying, well, I'll let it pass because I want to see a female president for the first time.
I've seen articles saying white women are misogynists and don't know it because they didn't vote for Hillary, so they don't even know how misogynist they are. And I just my brain explodes. I mean, that's misogynist to say that women are so stupid that they can't possibly know what decision they're making here.
Right.
We're going to take a quick commercial break for our sponsors, so we're going to be right back.
Hey guys, this is Roger Paxton, and if you're fed up with the government running every single aspect of your life, but you're not listening to the Lava Flow podcast yet, then what's wrong with you? Check us out at thelavaflow.com, or just go back to sucking up to the government. The Lava Flow podcast, striking the root every single episode.
This is Chris Spangle, and I am the host of We Are Libertarians, which you can find in iTunes, Google Play, or at wearelibertarians.com. We are a podcast that brings you all of the irreverence that modern politics deserves by examining current events from a libertarian perspective. So please, check us out at wearelibertarians.com.
Hey everyone, the Johnny Rocket LaunchPad is Liberty. Each week we strive to bring you the best guests in talk radio. The Johnny Rocket LaunchPad delivers weekly interviews of noteworthy politicians, experts, and activists. The Johnny Rocket LaunchPad is bringing the party to the Libertarian Party and launching ideas in your direction. Check us out at JohnnyRocketLaunchPad.com. You can hear me, Curt Nelson, and the beautiful Heather Nixon talk about the ideas of liberty, rock and roll. Anyways, that's Johnny Rocket. We're back with the Lines of Liberty here at our Thanksgiving Bukkake, our second annual celebration.
It's a tradition now.
It is a tradition.
It's tradition.
We're here with Marc Clair.
Hello.
Mark, hello. John Odermatt.
Hello.
And Brian McWilliams.
Hello.
There you go. Anyways, that was the Launchpad. We're glad that we still have a podcast, for Christ's sake. And we also want to thank the Lines of Liberty for coming on the show. So thank you guys very much.
Well,
Or allowing us on their show. Or
I'd like to thank you for coming on our show, Johnny.
Well, thank you.
I think
You're welcome.
we went through this last year, too.
Yeah, it was all confusing.
It was
Fuck
weird.
Who knows?
What show am I on
But anyway,
right now?
So, John, this turkey tastes great, man.
Why are you eating
Thank
it
you,
already? I
Jay.
thought it was still basting.
No,
Well, I ripped off a little piece, and I slid it over to Johnny.
okay.
Let him try it.
Okay.
Well,
See,
mine up
John,
the giblets.
You gave Johnny a piece?
Yeah, this is the Bukkake double down turkey that John is making right now. So it's fantastic. I just want to say it's really good.
At the top of the show, he was basting his ass off in there, and it paid off.
Hey,
paid off.
We showed up. We just
busted through a wall, if you call that showing up.
Okay. Yeah, I bust down the wall. Anyway, so we're talking about fairness and how the left is pissed off that Trump had won. So we were having this discussion. I think it's ridiculous because here's the thing. I think if the left would have won, the right wouldn't have done anything.
There were people like effigies of Obama and saying "not my president." Then it's not like but that's extreme. There's extreme elements on both.
Was that
sides.
here or was that abroad that people
here.
were burning Obama effigies?
That was here. I mean, there was a backlash to Obama, but I think this is much
different.
more significant. And I think the difference is this isn't going to go away because these people, a lot of these little liberals, literally think that 40% of the country is racist now. I mean, or racist or misogynist or sexist.
They're self-hating Hispanics and self-hating women.
Saw a comment the other day on our little neighborhood site about somebody drove by this lady that was walking her dog, black lady, and guy drives by, shouts the N-word out a window, and there's this huge thread on it about how, that's because Trump's the president, and now you're going to be seeing lots more of that now. You can thank Trump for that.
Jesus.
I'm like, what? All racism is Trump's fault now?
Exactly. I had the exact same conversation with a friend of mine who he posted this whole big Twitter compilation of people saying, "Oh, well, I got this. I got called this, and somebody told me, get out of here, darky," or whatever the hell they said. And exactly, racism goes on all the damn time. time. You go on Twitter any day of the week, I guarantee you can
all over
pull
the
off
place.
15, 50. And plus, also, a lot of the stuff that they've been posting is old. It's all bullshit anyway. You know, it's like from 5 years ago, and they're just pulling, they're cherry picking things that are old news stories and bringing them back.
And there's been a lot of fake stories too that have been going around. I mean, literally people that we have been exposed as making up stories. That this one woman, I don't remember the college, but she's already I think facing some troubles. I think she's facing charges actually for making up a story about being attacked and having her hijab ripped off and people yelling like Trump's America, or like, I mean, I'm not saying there's nobody that does something and then invokes Trump. They might be, but I mean, come on, you can't blame him for every racist thing done or said in America, especially when, guys, please tell me I'm wrong about this. I'm still waiting for someone to tell me why Donald Trump is specifically racist. He has a lot of policies I disagree with. He might be nationalist, but I still have not seen something that tells me this guy is 100% racist, and this to the kind of extent that to cause a wave of racism across America.
I agree.
Yeah, and to go to the Johnny's point about we wouldn't see this sort of backlash, I don't think we would see organized protests from the right. But when I was making phone calls for the Johnson campaign, I was calling Alaska specifically, and I had a couple of people answer the phone and say that if Hillary won, there was going to be a bloody revolution. And that kind of scared me because the people on the right have guns. So the people on the left, they're just like pooing on signs in public and and that sort of thing. So I almost prefer it.
I have a buddy, and he's a good guy. I think he means well. But he's sitting here going, now that Trump won, I'm going to every Muslim I know and every black guy I know, and I'm telling them I'm so sorry. I'm not racist, and I'm sorry for how you feel.
What the fuck is that?
I'm fucking not kidding. I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
Are you fucking stupid? No, you're not racist. I don't think majority of the people who voted for Trump are racist. There could be racist elements in there. I don't think this is a thing where everyone's getting together saying, we're voting for Trump because we're racist. I don't think that's the message. But he's apologizing.
The guy in Michigan who lost his factory job 10 years ago and still can barely get by and has barely made his way since then, while his kids are living on the couch because they have a degree they can't do anything with and then debt mounted up to their ears. That guy is voting against Hillary Clinton and for the one person in this entire campaign besides Bernie Sanders, even though I disagree with him on a ton, the one person who's offering something drastically different in their approach, in their politics, in their message, and everything. And sadly, it wasn't the Libertarian offering that drastically different platform, and that's the saddest thing about all this. The Libertarian was offering milquetoast, Republican light, half liberal, squishy wushy bullshit, while Donald Trump is offering something drastically different. It's something drastically different,
Mark.
bad.
And the Libertarian was vouching for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
That's
icing on the cake.
The total bullshit.
Well, I can say this, that the campaign conference calls after he made those comments, that was pure entertainment, let me tell you. It really was just horrifically sad, because you would see Gary come on and he would say anti-Trump things, and they were putting things on the website that were anti-Trump, and then just went completely against the campaign message, and he said they were putting things on the website under his name that weren't representative of his thoughts, and he basically just shit on everybody that volunteered for him and put their hopes and time and energy to him, and that was the most disappointing thing.
Bill Weld shat on the Gary Johnson campaign, son.
He did
publicly.
Yes,
on TV, which was just an atrocity to the Libertarians. A lot of these Libertarians have put in their heart and soul into going anything but Hillary, yet he vouches for her, which is a kick in the teeth, guys.
Well, especially when you're trying to reach a certain campaign point or a certain polling position so that your party will get funding, which debatable whether or not we have taken it. But you need to make it's a stand, taking a stand saying, look, third parties are viable. And Bill Weld's out there basically saying, go vote for Hillary, don't vote for Trump. He's throwing up the white flag a week before the campaign, a week before the election. That's just insulting.
He couldn't even say he supported Gary Johnson for president. He couldn't even say it. I mean, on that same appearance. True. I mean, he sort of like said, well, of course, I also think Governor Johnson would do pretty well. And you know, despite the Aleppo thing, he even brings up like the Aleppo thing as if to remind people out there of that. I mean, why is your vice president doing that? So, I mean, to me, it's so obvious he was there as a plant from some Hillary establishment kind of people. I don't know who, but come on. The guy's a joke. He was never there to be a libertarian.
Here's the thing. Gary Johnson should not have brought up Aleppo ever again after he made up that fuck up. He should have forgotten about it. Never bring it up. I'm having an Aleppo moment. Everyone's like, this guy's an idiot.
Here we go.
This guy's a fucking retard. Don't bring that up. Well, I'm running an honest campaign. Well, fuck your honesty. Don't tell people you're stupid. Point blank.
There's a
difference. Don't do that.
The difference between honesty and stupidity.
Don't do that. Yes, it was stupid. Don't publicize your mistake.
But it worked for Trump, though, so well.
Anyway, so it's Johnny Rocket here at the Lines of Liberty. Give it up. Yeah. We're going to be right back with Rocket Fire. And I'm sure they got something else called Cat's Cradle.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
And guys, I have purchased my own health insurance for the last decade, and I saw firsthand how prices just skyrocketed after the implementation of Obamacare. Suddenly, I found myself with huge premiums, huge deductibles, and being told that I have to buy this specific insurance or I'm going to get fined. I realized right away that this was a scam and that I needed to seek an alternative. And I found that alternative in the concept of health sharing. This is an amazing legal alternative to Obamacare that allows people to share medical expenses with people of similar values. For most people, health sharing is a much more affordable option, and it's a lot less taxing on your soul than that corporatist Obamacare health insurance. And our friends at Health Excellence Select have put together the ultimate package to help you manage your health care. You can learn more by heading over to lionsofliberty.com/health or giving my rep, Jeff Cantor, a call. He can be reached directly at 440-283-6849. Be sure to tell him Lions of Liberty sent you.
The Johnny Rocket LaunchPad. And now, here's Johnny.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink.
Hey, it's Johnny Rocket here at the Johnny Rocket LaunchPad. Always launching ideas in your direction. America's only rock and roll libertarian radio show. Here are my co-hosts, Mr. Curt Nelson.
Ha! What's up, my brother?
The voice of reason, Heather Nixon.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Heather. How are you?
Super duper. How are you?
I'm fine. Getting full. I'm getting drunk on the Stella Artois.
Artois?
Is this French bullshit? Belgium.
It's
actually.
Belgian. Come on, man.
I don't know. 1366.
I was about to agree with you that it was French, then I was like, duh, no, it's Belgian.
No, it says it on it. Belgium. Anyway, so we're here with the Lines of Liberty. We're talking with Marc Clair, John Odermatt, and Brian McWilliams. Thank you guys very much for coming on the show.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Thanks for having us.
I hear something.
Is that something at the door?
It's a beautiful day in this Liberty hood, a beautiful day for a candidate. Would he be mine? Could he be mine? It's a Liberty day in this Johnson Wood, a Liberty-ish day for a Gary. Would he be mine? Could he be mine?
Come on.
Johnny, you're closer. Will you get the door, bro?
Yeah, I got it. God damn it. Fuck. Son of a bitch.
Well, hey there,
Hello.
Johnny.
Jesus Christ.
Hi.
Why did you... It's fucking Gary Johnson.
No, it's not.
It's Gary Johnson at the door.
Wow. It's me, Governor Gary Johnson.
And Bill Weld.
I brought my co-running mate, Bill Weld.
Wow.
Gary,
Wow.
This is crazy.
We heard you guys talking about us. Figured we'd swing by for a little Thanksgiving meal.
Oh man. Well, I think we're almost out of weed, but we do have some beer.
No.
Hey, I got about 3% of the popular vote. Did you see that?
Yeah,
because
but
I'm fiscally conservative and socially liberal.
Gary, you're a good guy. I really truly think you're a good guy. Gary, put the goddamn bong down.
Where's your bourbon?
Okay, Bill.
Bill.
Stick your head in the fucking freezer, dude.
I did never ask.
I heard they've got a great freezer here,
Okay.
Bill.
Guys, this is for libertarians only. I'm sorry, you guys are not invited.
Yeah, I was just a libertarian.
No, you're not a fucking libertarian, Gary. Get the fuck, Bill. Get the fuck. First of all, Bill Weld, get the fuck out of the freezer.
Hold on, guys.
Get Bill. Give me the bottle. Bill, give me the.
I'm only here to make sure that when the votes are counted, you voted for Hillary Clinton.
No, Bill. Bill.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
Get out of the. Motherfucker, I'll kick your ass.
Can I get some green bean casserole?
Get out of here, Gary. God damn it, dude. Heather, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. Hold me back. Hold me back, Heather.
Wow, that was weird.
Sorry, guys. That was Bill. Weld.
Who invited those guys?
Who fucking
What did I miss?
Oh, God.
Based in the turkey. What the hell happened?
You missed,
Bill Weld was
Gary,
here?
yeah, Bill, and Gary Johnson.
I was about to throw down with fucking Weld, dude. Did you see him walk into the kitchen? John.
He's a drunk maniac, that guy.
John.
Can I tell you guys a really awesome story, really quick? This is
better than what just happened. Sure,
it is actually relevant, and I would have asked Gary to share the story, but you guys kicked him out.
I kicked him out.
There, yeah.
He was up in Seattle, and I ended up at a campaign dinner with him. And I said, very nice to see you again. I went down to Portland to watch you debate with Austin. And he looked at me and he said, that Austin, he's the biggest asshole.
Yeah. He did say that.
And it was so gloriously awesome.
That actually makes me like both Gary and Austin more.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wow.
That's a great story.
Interesting segue, though, into another question.
Hugh
Austin
lost.
Peterson. What about Austin coming up? What do we think of him? Where are you guys falling on Austin at this point in the game?
Heather and I are split on this one because I kind of like Austin. I think he's more of a libertarian than Gary could ever be. But there's some things I don't like
Benito
about
Mussolini.
What's that?
So's Benito Mussolini. I mean, who's not more libertarian than Gary Johnson?
I don't think
low-hanging fruit.
But no, I think Austin's all right. I mean, I think he's okay. And I don't think he shares the same ideals that I do, but I think he's a lot more libertarian, I'd say, than Gary Johnson.
Well, would he be better at communicating the libertarian message? I mean, again, low-hanging
I think
fruit,
so. I think so. I think he's a more charismatic guy than Gary.
I think I'd have to agree with you there, man. I came, like, at the convention, Austin came off as, like, really, like, trying to be smooth, but, like, all kind of fake and shit. Like, I didn't really like him, to be honest with you. But, and I was in the boat with everybody else who thought that Gary was gonna get the libertarian message out there, sort of water it down a little bit, and a pill that everybody could swallow. But obviously I turned out to be wrong about that. At this point, I do think Austin would get the libertarian message out better than Gary Johnson, though.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
How did Gary fuck up the message so badly? It's like, Gary, this is your second time around. Shouldn't you practice the first time when you lost and be better at it this time?
But you read two books
thing is,
in the meantime, in 4 years. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Economics in one lesson and maybe
listen to a little Johnny Rocket and Lions of Liberty. You'll be good to go.
Good to go.
I'm convinced he didn't have, his goal wasn't to spread the message of liberty. I don't know what his goal was. I guess to sell a book.
Sell this book.
The 7 principles of good government.
And plus, he got to travel around the country on the donations that were sent in. So hey, he got all those free vacations.
Yeah. It gave Heather a job for a little while.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's right.
Paying the rent.
Pay a lot of Sherpas the next time he hikes a mountain with that money that was donated. That's it. The next scandal to come out is going to be called Sherpa Cash. People who did Clinton Cash.
Johnson Cash.
But someone needs to write that book, please.
The Johnson Foundation.
It is super interesting if you go look at the FEC reports on where the campaign money went, and most of it went to Ron Nelson's. It's called Liberty Something Consultants. So it's an interesting read. Everyone should check it out.
Anyway, so what we do here on the second segment is called Rocket Fire. What we do on Rocket Fire, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a series of 10 questions. These questions will be politically related, and if you can answer these questions between 30 to 60 seconds each, you guys will get a no prize. Are you guys ready to play Rocket Fire?
Yeah. And I believe we're all going to chime in a little bit on these answers, gentlemen. I think that's what we did last year because we just can't be contained by one of us. But we'll We'll give them quick. They're going to be so quick you don't even know it happened. That's what she said.
Right on.
Question 1.
Do you guys believe in Bigfoot or aliens?
Ooh, Bigfoot. I believe aliens exist somewhere in the universe. I don't know if that means yes or no, or do I believe they're visiting here? Bigfoot, I want to believe, but I feel like they probably have one in a zoo by now, so I'm going to go no.
Yeah, Bigfoot doesn't exist, just like the Loch Ness Monster doesn't exist. Would have found him, too many cameras, but aliens, both show. The universe is infinite. Come on. There's no way they're not out there. And they just found a signal they think might be the first signal that was sent inbound from an alien civilization.
I feel like I see that story every year. Like,
no, man, this is for reals.
This is real.
This is National Choir.
Mark, it's real this time, bro.
It is, yeah.
Real signal. Bigfoot, no way, not real. Aliens, I think aliens are actually in control of our government.
Oh, lizard people.
All right.
Question 2.
When a hot dog expands in a microwave, in which direction does it split and why?
It splits on the facing down because that's where the heat is collecting and the moisture's collecting under the hot dog. Boom.
Bam.
Well, yeah,
Boom.
It splits down the middle and then like spreads outward, but I don't know why. And your questions are way funnier than ours.
Sometimes the hot dog does split just on the ends, though. Just frays on the ends. So that's because that's the weakest part of the hot dog.
We all eat different kinds of hot dogs, apparently.
Question 3.
How would you describe the color yellow to someone who is blind?
It looks
Right.
Wow, that's a very good question. You know what? I think I describe it as just give them some snow with it on there and just be like, just go by smell, man.
Yeah, I'd pee in a cup and say, smell this, and picture it.
Just be like, it's potent. Out in your brain. You'll find a way to not recognize it.
All right.
Question 4.
What state would you get rid of and why?
This is an easy one. New Jersey, because it is the worst state in the union by far. You can't even drive through the state with a gun in your car without getting a felony.
Oh, that's awesome. New Jersey is up there, yeah.
That's a damn good answer. I don't know if I can top that answer. Maybe Rhode Island, because what's the point?
I got no beef on Rhode Island. I got no beef on Rhode Island. So I gotta stick with Odie's answer because I don't really have anything against the South or all the places people call ignorant, states. Every liberal I know calls them ignorant. I have fun every time I'm in the South, so I'm not going to touch them. And yeah, New Jersey's the worst. You literally can't even accidentally drive through with a gun you're licensed to have. They put you right in jail. Screw New Jersey.
Wait,
and they gave us Chris Christie. Get him out of here.
Can I make one for the future? Let's say California actually secedes from the Union. That's what I want to pick. Get rid of them.
Oh, that would be cool.
California decides to leave the United States.
You would get rid of yourself then, right?
I'd move out, but then, yes, chop it off.
Question 5.
Which 2 organizations are the most important to you guys?
Lions of Liberty and the Johnny Rocket LaunchPad.
Yeah! Good answer!
Do we count?
Yeah.
We're organizations. Sure.
Anything else?
No.
I'm going to go with the same answer.
Final answer.
All right. Bam.
Question 6.
Why is there an interstate in Hawaii? Can somebody explain that?
I didn't know there was.
H1, H2, and H3.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. There's an interstate in Hawaii.
And nobody knows why here?
Just so homeless Hawaiians can live under the interstate? Maybe
so they can get government funding. That's what I...
Yeah, probably.
There is a tie-in here.
Shovel ready.
That's right.
Question 7.
What argument would you guys give to support or not support the U.S. Electoral College?
Well, I don't think either popular vote or electoral college is the ideal way to run a country of 300 million people, but considering those 2 options, I do favor electoral college because I agree that New York and California shouldn't just because they have a ton of people living in large metropolitan areas there should not be dictating life for basically the rest of the middle of the country. I think that's true in both cases, which either way you decide it. But I think the electoral college does at least mitigate and give the people in those states a little bit more of a say.
I concur. It comes down to you can't have all the decisions made by people who live a certain way, and that is city living. So, yeah, I agree completely. You need to have electoral college to kind of make sure that people have a say, and you can't have one elite class or people that live in a certain specific manner dictate how all the laws across the country play out.
I definitely agree, but I would say I think I would be in favor of if they tweaked it and sort of made it similar to the way the Republicans do it in their primary, at least this last primary, where it's fractional, like percentages of electors.
Like different, like the entire state's votes would not go to just one person.
Right, it would be split up based on percentage. percentage, which I think if they did it that way during this last election, Hillary Clinton, actually neither candidate would have won. I think they both would have been short in the article I saw. So it would have gone to the House, and Gary Johnson would be president. So.
Bam. Do you think we would have a much more minarchist society if we never adopted the Constitution and we were under the Articles of Confederation?
That's not too much turkey to answer this question on the fly.
I've had 2 7% beers. I don't know if I can take this.
I'll just say yes, because I mean the U.S. Constitution did really nationalize the government in many ways. It kind of did end up taking us, even though that wasn't really the intention, from a bunch of more independent states to a more of a nationalist system, even though it really is supposed to be a federalist system. That idea quickly dissipated. So I guess I would have to say, yeah, we'd almost definitely have smaller government, but things could have gone in a different way and been worse too. I can't say that I'm 100% confident in that statement.
Question 9. Can you guys tell us a clean joke? Does anyone know one anymore?
Oh, I've got a great one. It's my favorite joke.
Yeah, I'm going to default to Brian.
Go ahead.
I actually have 2 jokes, one of which you think is racist, but it's not. Should I leave with that one?
Yeah, go, man.
All right. So this black dude walks into a bar with a penguin on his head, right? And the bartender goes, Jesus, where'd you get that thing? And the penguin goes, Africa. They got millions of them over there. Nothing about that joke is racist inherently.
It's fucking racist, man. It's bullshit.
It's not racist at all.
I'm blaming that on Trump right now.
God damn it, Trump.
I would have never told that joke before a Trump president.
That's funny. Anyone else?
I got another one about muffins, but we don't need to waste more time on it.
All right, here we go. All right, question 10. How do you guys feel about Spider-Man joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I'm thrilled by it because every Spider-Man movie has sucked for the last 15 years, and even the 20 minutes that he was in Marvel's Civil War, or Captain America Civil War, was the best Spider-Man I've already ever seen. So I think Marvel and Disney are doing a really good job with a lot of these characters in these movies, and I think he's in the right spot. I hope
no more damn Spider-Man origin stories. Enough. See it 7 times. Hit by a fucking spider. I don't need it anymore. I get it.
I think people that read comic books are assholes.
There you go. It's Rocket Fire. Give it up for the Lions of Liberty. Yeah. Anyways,
well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you guys for having this amazing meal here.
This really is amazing.
Our Thanksgiving bukkake with John.
The green bean casserole. Heather, thank you.
Right?
And guys, Mark, you had something for us.
Yeah, well, this is something we actually invented last year. I've only brought it back one time in that year, and that was to grill Remzo when he was on my show. But it is indeed time for
the cat's cradle.
You don't need cat sound effects when you got us. Those are all legit noises you heard me. All right, same idea. You've heard Rocket Fire, folks. You know what's coming. Same idea. Only a lot more meowing. We're going to start off. Do I have to bang the table like Johnny does every time?
Question 1.
Wait. Hold on.
No, see, only Johnny can bang the table, so you say question 1 and he'll bang the table.
And then you have to go, bam, bam, boom, bam.
Go.
There you go.
Let's try this again. One more second, then I swear I got this. This is obviously an edit.
Question 1.
Should the United States reinstitute a gold standard for its currency?
Absolutely. I think we should, because it's actual something of value that has some marginal utility, and it can be broken down into smaller units, and it will never lose its value unless we find an abundance of gold somewhere else. So that's my answer. I think we should go back to the gold standard.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I agree.
Right.
Heather.
And plus, we'll have to, they'll send out people to mine, so the government will be creating jobs because they'll want to find more gold. So it's a government job creation tool.
It's like the hard way to print more money.
Yes.
No.
Very nice.
Meow.
Question 2.
If you had 2 Pauls hitting on you at the same time, Rand Paul, Ron Paul, which one would you go home with and why?
I'm going with the younger one.
I'm going to say neither because I don't date Republicans.
What are you going? What are they going home to do? Chat about liberty all night?
Man, come on.
Read books.
I would definitely fuck Ron Paul.
Everybody.
And tenderly.
I love it. No. I mean, seriously, Ron Paul's the badass. I mean, I love that man.
I thought you were going to be like, seriously, I'd fuck him. I swear to totally, man.
But I was just trying to be a joke. But I thought it was funny.
Right.
But yeah, I totally would fuck Ron Paul. Meow.
I take Ron and I take Sean Connery and I get myself in an old wrinkled sandwich.
Bam! Right there.
Question 3.
In what ways do you think a Trump presidency will hurt or harm individual liberty?
Well, considering that he wants to keep going with the Patriot Act, he said he wanted to make sure that that's reinstated. I think that that's definitely a harm on personal liberties.
Okay, I think he would help it by staying the fuck out of wars. I think his foreign policy will keep us out of building the military-industrial complex, and I think we will stay the fuck out of other countries that we don't belong in. So I think that is one thing I think good that will come from Trump.
I think he's mushy too. So any of the shit that he said he was going to do, where we'd be like, yeah, like I'm going to repeal the Healthcare Act. Now he's talking about, well, maybe not all of it. There are some good things, sure. And I think
go anyway.
Yeah, he's bullshit.
I think it's a gamble. At least we know.
I actually read the question wrong. I said hurt or harm. I was supposed to say hurt or help, but you guys knew that's what I meant to say.
Wow, like instinct.
We know what you meant.
All right, question 4.
Do you think the Libertarian Party is better or worse off now than it was before the Johnson-Weld experiment?
I think that it's better off. I think that at a minimum, they did get a lot of news coverage. They did, what are they at? Like pretty much 5% nationally. So they definitely increased exposure. So I think people will be a lot more curious. Also, membership is up in national and also state party enrollment. So I think it has actually helped the party.
I think it's hurt the party because I think that we have sold libertarianism as something that it is not. There's a lot of left libertarianism that is being introduced into the party, which kind of goes against everything that the Libertarian Party has proclaimed or confessed for all these years. So I think it's hurting the party in the long run. And I think if we get a new messenger, that would be great. I don't think the party is really there to spread liberty anymore. Curt?
I don't think it hurt the party as bad as libertarians might think. Just because, I know Democrats and Republicans that are out there going, well, I know you're a libertarian, but you're not. You wouldn't vote for Johnson, would you? He's not a libertarian either. I don't think. I kind of think a lot of people knew that he was a joke.
There you go. Bam.
Final answer.
Bingo. All right, how about this? In a libertarian, private property-based society, how would the issue of immigration be handled?
Well, it depends. Are we talking anarchist or minarchist?
Take it any way you want it.
I think
any way you want it. Okay.
I think basically we should have as much of a free immigration system as possible. So if we're a minarchist society, I think people should come over here. It should be easy. It should be quick. It doesn't matter where you're from as long as you're not a criminal. In an anarchist society, each individual state should dictate however they want to dictate that, or individual communities, or however you want to group people. But I think immigration is good, and I think it's abundant to the community, as long as you don't have the welfare state. I think that's where people maybe get the message confused, why some libertarians are cautious of having immigration. So I think it's wonderful if you want to build a community, you want to grow domestic product. I think it's fantastic. But the fear of terrorism is a hindrance, but I really don't think it's as bad as what people say. So that's my opinion. I think it's great. Let's do it. Let's do it right and make it fast.
I think it should boil down to what value are you bringing to to the country or to the society. I think it's a simple answer. And of course, as Johnny said, there are other concerns, but like terrorism and whatnot. But in a true libertarian society, we're talking about what kind of value can you bring? What are you going to do for the place? And why are you trying to be here?
I think that Johnny covered it pretty well. And as far as the vetting process, people concerned about terrorism, thinking like most people know, I worked at the welfare office, and I dealt with asylees and parolees that were granted status who were found in this country with actually no documentation, no identification, not even sure which country they came from. So the vetting process is never going to be 100%. There's always going to be the chance in that. But I do believe there should be open borders, and it should be easier for people to be here. And if we didn't have the welfare state, there wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Question number 6.
Now, we've seen marijuana be legalized recreationally in a handful of states and medical marijuana in even more states. In what year, if you had to predict, in what year will marijuana be legalized and or decriminalized nationwide?
2025.
I'm going to say 220.
221.
Like it.
I can't wait until we come back and see who's closest without going over.
Should the three of us make bets too, and then we'll see who's closest?
$1.
Sure.
$1.
That sounds good.
Is it Price is Right rules, or are we just going closest?
I reverted there. Sorry about that.
I'm going to go 2024.
I'm going to go 2023.
Oh, do we have a 2022?
2022.
Yes.
Yeah, 2022. Yes. I think Trump wants to do it, honestly, but I think that the Senate and the House both being GOP controlled is going to stymie that for a little while.
I agree. Fully agree with that.
Absolutely.
All right. Mark, you're next.
I know where I'm at.
We taking too goddamn long now.
This is my house. I was just absorbing the depth of these answers. Okay.
Question 7.
If Gary Johnson or a libertarian had not been on the ballot in 2016, who would you have voted for in a Clinton versus Trump matchup? And you are not allowed to vote for third-party candidates, and you are not allowed to say, I wouldn't vote.
God.
Very strict rules of placing on this one.
I'm going to go ahead and I will man up. I will say that even though I think that she is a criminal, I would have voted for Hillary because I believe Trump is a joke, and he really is the absolute illustration that our country is going down the idiocracy, that a reality star is our president. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I would vote for Trump because I hate that bitch.
What about Clinton?
Always.
Hey. Whoa. Zowie.
Hey, you leave it out there.
I mean, if you hate Trump, you should want to punish him by putting him in the White House instead of in his luxury like
That's
apartments for free.
He's going to go ahead and live in Trump Tower anyway.
All right, Kurt,
Yeah,
answer the
right?
goddamn question.
You know what? I as much as I honestly kind of hate to say it, I would have gone Clinton too because Trump is a goddamn joke. She's not retarded is the only thing that she has going for her over Trump. Like, she's not mentally disabled as he is.
All right, dude.
That's all I've got.
All right.
Brian, you're up.
I know. That's why I'm talking. If you could handpick the Libertarian Party candidate for POTUS in 2020, who would it be?
Well, you
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Tom Woods.
Anybody.
Tom Woods. That's who I'd like to see as our guy. Tom Woods. He's smart. He knows his shit. He's respectable, and he could convey that message of liberty. So I think Tom Woods definitely. He would have my vote hands down.
Yeah, and I'm right there with Johnny. We've actually had this conversation. I mean, he's squeaky clean. He drives a minivan. You're never going to dig up, like, pyramid of pussy comments.
And he will not grab pussy, nor cats.
Oh, my God. If there was a Tom Woods pussy tape, I would lose it. Oh, Tom, I hope you're not listening right now. But it would
We love you.
So
we love you, Tom.
That's definitely not a worry, I don't think. I don't think he's going to listen.
No, I don't think so.
Kurt?
I'm going to have to homie up with my Johnny Rocket LaunchPad guy people and go with Tom Woods as well.
Bam, Tom Woods.
Sweeping here.
All the way around the table.
like that, though.
Can't you just hear Tom Woods saying, when you're an Austrian scholar, they'll let you do anything?
All right.
Question number 10.
No, this question is for Johnny and Heather specifically.
Question number 9.
Number 9.
Right? Did I say 10? I meant 9.
Yep, so go down a question because you're reading the wrong one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Oh, I am. Okay. I guess.
Oh, shit.
You guys can edit all that out.
Question 9. Smack.
Wait, which question did you just ask?
We will return to our regularly scheduled program momentarily. Please stay tuned.
This reminds me of the podcast, our Halloween podcast, where Odie didn't realize he was supposed to ask the question 17 times.
I sent out an attachment. I hope that's the one you're looking at.
We expect to resume normal broadcasting shortly.
No, I don't have an attachment. I'm looking at the list in the email.
It was in the email as an attachment. That's what they are. They're attached to the email.
I got it.
Be sure to stay tuned for Jeopardy!
Question number 9.
Who is your favorite supervillain?
Fuck. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Magneto, just because I don't really know if he's really that bad. He's kind of cool where he could be good, but he is bad. But you understand why he's bad. So that's why I like Magneto.
Do Heather and Curt have opinions on this?
You know what? I don't so much have an opinion on that. I'm sorry.
It was a very Johnny-centric question.
Darth Vader.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I can see where you're going.
He's not a supervillain, really. Though.
Yeah, he is.
He's got
totally is.
He's totally a supervillain.
All right, sorry. I didn't mean to start an argument.
Heather.
Question 10, is Darth Vader a supervillain?
Well, of course he is. Refer to question 9.
Heather, you got anything?
Well, no. I mean, if you're talking about comic books, I mean, I also love Magneto, but that's only because I love old gray-haired guys, kind of. But I also love Gandalf. But you know,
I was going to say it had nothing to do with Johnny.
Yeah, that's kind of a whole different thing. Why I love him. Sorry, Johnny.
That's cool. Whatever.
Ooh, all right.
This took a down.
Meow.
I think that. I
love Ian.
What?
You know I love Ian.
And he loves Patrick Stewart. They're together all the time.
That's why it's okay, though.
Oh, right. So great.
Awkward.
All right.
By the way, how about this? If they ever make a Ron Paul biopic, Ian McKellen as Ron Paul. Amazing.
Wow.
Good.
Then I might take Ron Paul home.
Hey.
After me, sloppy seconds, motherfucker.
Okay, moving on.
Not good.
We're just dragging all the
That ain't right. That ain't right. All right, let's do it.
None of this.
All right, question 10.
Yay.
This one's it's for Johnny and Heather, but actually I'd be interested in Curt's opinion too. Now that I think about this, if the two of you, or I'm sorry, if one of you were to run for president of the United States, which one of you would run for president, and which one of you would be the first lady and or man?
Well, actually, I actually posted, I think, was it a week ago, that we were actually running for president and vice president. So if one of us,
like Weldon Gary.
Yes. So Johnny would be president and I would be vice president / first lady, if that's very much House of Cards style, only without all the murder and cheating.
Yeah,
Season 4 spoilers.
And Curt would be Secretary of the Interior.
There you go. There you go.
Does that mean he's going to design your living room? What does that mean?
Yeah. You know, I think we're going to go with sort of an off-green over here and, lose that couch. Lose that couch.
You know what? In that same vein, I got a special question then for Curt. When is it a good time to start decorating for the holidays?
All year, because I come from the trailer, and you can take the motherfucker out the trailer, but you can't take the
trailer out of the motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And thanks for giving me a question there too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just so Curt didn't feel left
we gotta
out.
give some love.
Gotta give Curt love.
I appreciate that.
He's
Cheers.
over there hitting play and
Cheers.
shit. Bam, America.
All right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure having you step in once again to what's become a Thanksgiving tradition in
the cat's cradle.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. Really.
I'm just saying, it's too fun. Too much fun we all have together.
It's a good time. But before we all leave, can somebody look out the window, make sure Gary and Bill out waiting? Are waiting outside?
Probably. Actually, oh god, oh jeez.
My car's gone.
Bill get a freezer.
My fucking car is gone.
God damn it!
It's gone.
Fucking Gary.
No, it was bald.
Oh man, I thought. Where's my keys? Where are my keys?
I don't know, dude. I'm looking around.
We'll find him.
I'm looking
around.
around.
My God.
Oh, dude. Did Gary take your keys?
I think he did. There's that little scuffle on the way out the door.
Yeah. Well, no, I was pushing Bill out.
Well,
he kept wanting to stick his face in the freezer.
Yeah, but Gary kept coming back for that casserole. And it was. I think he snatched my
green
keys.
in it. That's why.
I think he snatched my keys.
Is that who came in the kitchen? That was Bill Weld who came in the
yes,
kitchen.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Snuck in. That's why I pulled him off, and you were like basting or something. And I was like,
basting away so hard, I didn't even
you
notice.
were, John, and I was just like, dude, I was like, get the fuck up, Bill. And then he was like, what? He was looking for a bottle or some bullshit.
Oh, Bill probably took the keys to jingle in front of Gary's face, little baby tricks and get Gary to follow him out the door.
Yeah, probably. And then, they got out there and just stole my fucking car, man. Not cool.
That ain't cool, man. That's not cool. Guys, thank you very much for coming on this Thanksgiving Bukkake special. Actually, we're honored to be on your show also.
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. And we're honored to be on yours as well, because this is both of our shows, because we're all thankful for liberty and podcasting, so we come and celebrate together.
Thank you guys for having us on, and thank you for being on the LaunchPad, sir and gentlemen.
Anytime.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
Do you want to send us off like we always send our fans off? Can we do a Lions of Liberty send off here?
Yeah, we can do it your way, man.
Well
we're
guys,
like Burger King.
It's been a blast. It's been fun. Even Gary and Weld, it was great having them stopping by too. The only thing I want to say to everybody out there is, of course, to live long
and live free.